Can a person vanish without a trace, leaving no one to miss them? Can someone be murdered and everyone think they're still alive? This is the chilling tale of how love and desire morphed into deadly violence in Berlin. On a scorching July day in 2018, as Germany sweltered under a record breaking heat wave, a man walking his dog made a gruesome discovery. In a shallow depression near a cornfield, just off the A9 Autobahn near the village of Lindau in Thuringia, lay the partially decomposed body of a woman. The corpse, covered with earth and grass, bore the unmistakable signs of a hurried attempt to conceal it from prying eyes. The woman wore only a turquoise t-shirt adorned with glittering stones around the neckline and blue leggings. She had no shoes, no bag, no identification, nothing that could immediately reveal who she was or how she came to be discarded like refuse on the side of a highway. As investigators from the Jena Criminal Police arrived at the scene, one thing became clear. This was no accident or suicide. Someone had deliberately attempted to hide this woman's body, and with it, the truth of her fate. But who was she? And who would want her dead? These questions haunted the investigators for weeks as they embarked on a complex journey to uncover the identity of the woman and the circumstances surrounding her death. Little did they know that the answers would lead them on a twisted path of deception, desire, and deadly betrayal. The body was transported to the Institute of Forensic Medicine at the University Hospital in Jena. The advanced state of decomposition made it challenging to determine the exact cause of death. However, forensic experts were able to provide some crucial details. The woman was fair-skinned, had chin-length dark hair, was between 40 and 60 years old, and very slim, wearing size S clothing. The time of death was estimated to be within the past few weeks rather than months as initially suspected. Armed with this information, the police launched a public appeal, hoping someone would recognize the description and come forward with information about a missing woman. Days turned into weeks, and still, no one claimed to know the mysterious Jane Doe. The breakthrough came from an unexpected source: the woman's teeth. Her dental work was extensive and distinctive, including 7 high-quality implants. When images of the dental records were released to the public, a dentist in Berlin recognized his handiwork. Suddenly, the nameless victim had an identity: Silvia K, a 49-year-old retired postal worker living alone in Berlin's Reinickendorf district. As the investigation shifted to Berlin, Detective Uwe Eisenberg of the 8th Homicide Division took charge of the case. His team quickly discovered something odd. Silvia K had not been reported missing. Her neighbors, while not having seen her for weeks, didn't seem particularly concerned. It was as if she had simply vanished into thin air, leaving no ripples in her wake. But as Eisenberg and his team dug deeper, they uncovered a web of secrets that Silvia had been hiding. They learned of her struggles with alcoholism, which had led to her early retirement. They discovered her loneliness, her lack of close friends, and, most importantly, they uncovered evidence of a passionate affair with an unlikely partner. Surveillance footage from Sylvia's apartment building revealed a large, bearded man regularly entering and leaving her apartment, even weeks after her estimated time of death. This same man was captured on camera withdrawing money from Sylvia's bank accounts, nearly 16,000 euros over 7 weeks. The identity of this man shocked investigators. Heiko S, a 41-year-old unemployed father of 2 who lived in the same building as Sylvia, just a wall away. Married for 17 years, Heiko and his wife struggled financially, relying on unemployment benefits to support their family. When police raided Heiko's apartment in the early hours of August 21, 2018, they found Sylvia's ID, bank cards, and keys. Heiko, without hesitation, confessed to her murder. The tale he wove was one of passion, desperation, and fatal miscalculation. Heiko revealed that he and Sylvia had been engaged in a secret affair for about a year. Sylvia, lonely and battling her demons, had found comfort in the arms of her younger neighbor. Heiko, trapped in a life of financial struggle and unfulfilled dreams, had been drawn to Sylvia's attention and the escape she offered from his daily hardships. But as often happens in such clandestine relationships, their wants and needs began to diverge. Sylvia, emboldened by their connection, wanted more. She spoke of a trip to Florida, a new life together. She threatened to reveal their affair to Heiko's wife if he didn't comply. On June 22nd, 2018, tensions reached a breaking point. In Sylvia's apartment, what began as an argument escalated into violence. Heiko, in his own words, felt like a switch had been flipped. He strangled Sylvia until she lay lifeless before him. In the days that followed, Heiko's actions painted a chilling picture of calculated desperation. He purchased a large suitcase and a used car, using money from Sylvia's accounts. He stored her body in her bathtub for days, before finally transporting it over 200 kilometers away to Thuringia, where he hoped it would never be found. Back in Berlin, Heiko played the role of the concerned neighbor masterfully. He aired out Sylvia's apartment, collected her mail, and even enlisted another neighbor's help in packing clothes to send to Sylvia, whom he claimed was in a rehab facility. But as the walls closed in and police pieced together the evidence, Heiko's carefully constructed facade crumbled. In court, he expressed remorse for his actions, insisting that the killing was not premeditated, but a tragic result of a heated argument. The court, weighing the evidence and Heiko's testimony, ultimately convicted him of manslaughter and fraud, sentencing him to 11 years in prison. The verdict brought some closure to the case, but left lingering questions about the nature of love, desperation, and the capacity for violence that lurks within the human heart. As Detective Eisenberg reflected on the case, he noted the importance of patience and thoroughness in such complex investigations. This case was special because we knew so little at the beginning, he said. We had to dive deep into the lives of these people. First Silvia K, then Heiko S. We learned that the so-called quick shot is often not good, but that everything must be well prepared. With a little patience, you can then be successful. In the end, the tale of Silvia K and Heiko S serves as a stark reminder of the destructive power of secrets and unfulfilled desires. It shows how easily a life can slip away, unnoticed by the world around it, and how the quest for connection and escape can lead down a dark and irreversible path. As the sun sets over Berlin, the city that harbored this deadly affair, one can't help but wonder, how many other secrets lie hidden behind the walls of ordinary apartments waiting to be uncovered? And how thin is the line between love and obsession, between passion and violence?